the fact that we're leading with this news makes all the sense in the world. And the fact that the seismic shift that occurs through this news happened with a major event in our world here on the Rich Eisen Show. And that is because TJ Jefferson was the one to text the group. That's number one. Never happens that he actually texts the group. And then number two, he texts the group that Anthony Davis has been traded for Luka. And I immediately thought, you've been duped, sir, because
I was drinking.
Well, I went online all over the place, and it wasn't anywhere. It wasn't on any news stacks. It wasn't anywhere. As you know, I've been off of Twitter since November, and I'm staying off it because it's a hellscape. But you were telling me this is all over the place, and I'm like, all right. But how often does all-world superstar player get traded for all-world superstar player in the middle of the season and no one's caught a sniff of it? And the answer is it never happens. But it did.
Yeah.
And Anthony Davis goes from the Lakers to Dallas, and Luka goes from Dallas to the Los Angeles Lakers. Now, there's a lot of other window dressing because Utah was used as a way station. And the crazy thing that comes out of it, too, is the Mavericks only get one first-round draft choice for Luka. And you could go through tons of other trades of players that aren't 25 and aren't as great as Luka Doncic and aren't as great a draw as this guy coming to Los Angeles, and you only get one first-round selection with him? And every single time you take a look at this trade is kind of like the Alonzo Mourning gif, where you shake your head and then you know, I can see what they did it for. You know, and like, there's no way this team's going to be better. Oh, wait, it's going to be better. You know, my initial reaction was, what? And then my initial reaction was, well, this makes the Lakers so much better because Luka's going to play with LeBron, and LeBron has just gotten a triple-double to beat the red-hot Knicks in Madison Square Garden without Anthony Davis, and now you're going to add Luka to this mix? And then you're thinking to yourself, well, then who's going to rim protect? Jackson Hayes? Because it's not like Luka and LeBron are brick walls out there on the three-point arc defensively. So if you beat these guys off the dribble, who's going to rim protect? Who's going to rebound? Who's going to take on Jokic? Who's going to take on? Name fill in the blank from anybody in the Western Conference or Eastern Conference if they get that far. Giannis, right? Embiid, from my mouth to your
you don't
basketball
even need to worry
guys.
about that.
But, you know, honestly, Chet Holmgren of the, you know, clearly superior Oklahoma City Thunder. We can go on and on and on here, right?
Well, Chet's been out, but
no, I know that when he comes back.
When he comes back, hopefully.
In the long run.
Al Horford. I'm just throwing names out there.
Right.
Well, Porzingis.
And Porzingis is balling.
But Luka's coming to Los Angeles, and LeBron at some point is going to stop playing, and Luka will still be here, and the Lakers can say, come to crypto. Don't go down into a dome where everybody might be curious as to what a 21st century spot looks like. Come to crypto. We're still the Lakers. That's one of the great stars of planet Earth coming here. Hooking him up with LeBron, who apparently has so much going with Luka that he's been trying to play with him for a long time.
Yeah.
Even, you know, Kyrie trying to get LeBron to leave Los Angeles to join them in Dallas. So that's great for the Lakers. And then the thing I totally get Mavericks fans being livid. I totally get the folks in Dallas saying, what the hell is that all about? Especially since nobody knew this was happening. This is like the ultimate pocket listing in the history of sports. right?
Pocket listing?
Yeah, pocket listing, which is when you put a house on the market, but nobody knows except one or two people.
Oh, right. I'm still in that apartment life.
Nah. They pocket listed Luka Doncic.
He only talked to the Lakers.
They didn't go and sell it around, like say we're done with Luka, and who wants him? Highest bidder. They just went straight to the Lakers and said, "What about Anthony Davis?" And I understand Mavericks fans are like, "He's Anthony Data Davis. He's Anthony Street Clothes Davis. He's missing time now, and he's going to be 32." But the way some people are talking about Anthony Davis is like he's some broken down jalopy who's
like
playing for the league minimum.
Or something.
Like, have we forgotten who the unibrow is and how incredible he's been playing before he got hurt?
Yeah, there's a lot of disrespect going around.
And that, I understand that Luka's gone, but can't Kyrie make up some of the playmaking ability and shots?
Yeah.
And this guy's going to now be down below, and you don't have Lively maybe for the rest of the year. Who knows? And you put Gafford back on the bench, and this guy is rim protecting, and it's a two-man game with Kyrie Irving. You could do a hell of a lot worse.
Yeah.
So that's where you're shaking your head. Like, you trade Luka at age 25, you only get one first-round pick back. But you get Anthony Davis, but he's 32. And then you the conversation about why in the world would they trade Luka? I mean, there's so many different aspects to this trade. Like, why would you trade Luka at age 25? And then you think back at that moment in the playoffs last year after Luka, has a remarkable game and he's just trying to enjoy a beer at age 24 or 25, and Michael Finley comes up and just takes it from him.
Nope.
Like he's the dorm chief, and he's just like, go back to your dorm, kid.
Like he's
and
Luka's
just
dad
walked away and he didn't say anything to him. He just took the beer from him. And now
so weird.
This hits a little different, doesn't it? And because if Luka isn't going to stay in shape, because that's been the conversation about him forever. Is he in good conditioning? Right. Does he actually... Are we seeing like an 80% of Luka? Like, because an 80% Luka could have a statue in front of the arena in Dallas if he stayed there. Yeah. Are we going to get 100% Luka now? Because he's not only, stunned, but pissed because this costs him 9 figures of American dollars because he can't get a Supermax here like he could have in Dallas. And that's why Dallas was thinking, are we going to give this guy $350 million if we need to have somebody on our front office take a beer out of his hands? Can you put up the photograph that I received? This is the funniest way of actually capturing Luka's conditioning. I've never laughed harder over a sports meme than this. Somebody
I saw this too.
saying Luka Doncic to the Lakers, and they put out James Corden in a Lakers shirt.
Who did that?
And he kind of with the hair and the beard.
If you're looking quick,
you look
quick. It's like, oh.
Matt _Monday. Mondays.
I saw that Saturday night too.
This does capture it.
It's pretty funny.
And as Luka look at this and go, how dare they?
Luka ain't seeing this.
The disrespect is real.
Yeah. I mean, there was a report that he was 270 this year. How does a guy who plays basketball as much as he does and is 25 years old,
drinks
270 pounds?
I don't know. Does he have zero conditioning?
How tall is he?
I don't know.
6'8".
So if you're the Mavericks and you're like, do we really want to give $350 million to this guy? And I know there's lots of business deals that are out there that the Mavericks have a new ownership group, that they want a casino. They want Casino World, the Adelson family from Vegas. Vegas is sitting there as an opportunity. Who wants to go to Vegas? The Raiders raised their hands and the NFL said, we'll do it. We'll piss off Oakland. There's a lot of people there thinking the Mavericks are trying to tank. So suddenly there's less of a desire to keep them in town so they can just stroll off to Vegas unless the Texas legislature gives the Mavericks what they want, which is a ton of gambling concerns to match the rest of their portfolio of gajillions of dollars. And the current governor of the Mavericks is the son-in-law of Miriam Adelson, yada, yada, yada. And I know that there's that sort of, connecting dots of what's going on behind the scenes. But that also means Anthony Davis sucks.
Which he does not.
He does not. Everybody's thinking that now you are getting your new star doesn't sell as many tickets, and he's 6 years older, and he will be done with basketball before Luka is, and the Lakers are now that much better with a huge draw forevermore, and there's more ratings on Los Angeles now. Who knows? Honestly, who's better for this trade? Both? Who's worse for this trade? Both? Is one better than the other for this trade? I don't know. If you're looking at it from the Lakers' point of view, you just got somebody post LeBron to say, keep your season tickets.
Yes.
If you are looking at from the Mavericks' point of view, you're saying we don't have to worry about our Supermax guy being super into brewskis. You know what I mean? I don't know. I think it's that might be also as overly simplistic as Anthony Davis is broken down and isn't going to be that good. And he won't be there. And the Mavericks are going to stink. And they made it to the finals last year with Luka. But Luka was breaking down in the finals himself last year.
Mm-hmm. Calf and wrist.
And that might be the conditioning we're talking about. Right. We don't know. But what a fascinating trade. Two all-world players traded for each other mid-season. Nobody knew that either were on the market. And, oh, by the way, De'Aaron Fox might be a Spur. That's the way the trade deadline week starts in the NBA. Love so if anybody's looking for answers, like who won the trade, who lost the trade, the answer is both. I don't know. Because who is rim protecting for the Los Angeles Lakers? Is there another move coming?
Right. Short term, it feels like the Lakers got a little bit worse, unless there's another deal coming this week, which seems likely. And then, long term, you got a top 2 player in the league.
Yeah.
So you're fine.
Right. Certainly when LeBron says, I'm done here, hey, everybody, come downtown. The Luka show is now starting.
Yeah.
How are they able to consistently, generation after generation,
like the Packers,
get away
at quarterback?
And I said that once about the Packers or Jordan Love. You were off, and Tommy Pelissero was here. And remember Jesse Pinkman when he's talking about how can he can't keep getting away with this? Lakers can't keep doing this.
Wilt, the deal to get the Magic pick. Let's see, Shaq and Shaq. LeBron, Anthony Davis, the Pau trade. By the way, it was the anniversary of the Pau trade over the weekend.
Yes.
By the way,
then now,
we should get Bill Burr on here. Yeah. Boy, the texts I was getting from him all weekend.
Oh, wow.
Well, NBA is a little more likely than the NFL
to massage
some
things?
massaging, but that's fine.
Look, I understand that this is an NFL world, but when it comes to trades, the NBA is untouchable when it comes to just
unquestioned go.
But guess what? Guess what? Anybody who thinks that this was a guiding hand to get the Lakers another superstar and another trophy this year, that means Oklahoma City's got to play along, Denver's got to play along, Houston's got to play along.
I don't
Keep
know
going
that this
down
makes
the
them
list of
any
who else has
better.
got to play along. Your Celtics have to play along. Get out of here.
No, this doesn't put them in the finals.
No.
They need to make more moves.
No. And it's especially weird after AD had just come out earlier in the week and say that they needed another big man.
Yeah,
and now they
he's
lose
out.
their big man. But Rich and Chris, do you guys, because I have him in fantasy, do you know what his stats were his last 3 games for the Lakers?
Who, Anthony Davis?
Anthony Davis went 24-8, 3 assists, 3 blocks, 36, 13 boards, 3 assists, 3 steals, and then 42 points, 23 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 blocks. And then they trade him after that game.
Kyrie and him with a 2-man game, and let's say Clay can find a little fountain of youth.
Come on, man. If I'm a Mavs fan, I'm a little upset, but I ain't
PJ
that
Washington
upset.
and the rest of them. Listen, man.
It's going to be pretty fun.
They were clicking in a way to get them to the finals, and I know that they love Luka, and they had envisioned him having a statue out in front, but this is no jalopy they're getting. Wow. What a trade. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.